don't give me excuses. Don't try to explain to me why things don't work. Find a way to make it happen. And that's what you're doing. You've stood up here, some of you have already told us about how you're getting more kids involved, and those are great things, and that's what you need to keep doing. Find ways to make things happen. Don't sit back and make an excuse why I can't win, why I can't be successful. So please keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a good job at that. Back to our individuals, at the end is, I did it again, Jordan Zek. When you're in a school for a while, you start having brothers, more brothers, uncles, fathers, and the boys will tell you that I very seldom call them by their first names because I don't want to make the mistake of calling them by a brother or their father's name, so it's usually always by their last names. But the one on the end is Jordan Zek, and he is a freshman for us. He was a state qualifier for this year. He also was one of those young men that was just a match away from placing at the state tournament. Next year we're going to expect that's going to happen. He's the only underclassman that's a state qualifier for us coming back. So a lot of responsibility falling on his shoulders. One, in leadership, to show everyone else in the room what it takes, the effort it's going to take to get to the state tournament. The last three are our seniors. Bryce Alexander is the one in the red shirt. He ended up being a two-time state champion for us this year, which is a great accomplishment. I know he was also a state qualifier in Kentucky before he got here. Tyler Hayes is in the middle. Tyler was a state qualifier for us this year because he didn't hurt himself at districts, and he ended up placing fourth. And Dan and Merrill next to me is the last senior that we have up here. He's a four-time state qualifier, finishing fourth this year as a state champion last year. Dan and the ones that are involved in wrestling realize this, was a four-time academic All-American for us, or All-American, All-State, but he's a national All-American 2 years now in a row. So again, education, grades, everything is important, and we do stress those things at our school, quite honestly with you. They will tell you that it's team-oriented, hard work is very important, and tradition is very important to us, and we expect this all the time. From my side, I will miss these three seniors next year. Probably the coaches in here won't miss them. They'll probably be glad that they're graduating, but they'll definitely be missed. Their leadership, all those things will be missed. Thank you very much for the evening.
Next will be Decatur. Connor Christensen was a medalist at the Iowa State Wrestling Tournament this year. He was an individual that was apparently all about ratings. In the first round of the state tournament, the guy was threatened to be near fold, and he ended up managing a pin out of that. He also lost the eventual champion. He had one of the biggest rivalries that there was in Southern Iowa within a weight class with Carl Davis of Southeast Warren. And I am more than confident that when Connor was down and about to be near fold, that his dad and coach, Dan Christensen, was taking that with his usual calm demeanor. Connor Christensen is the next All-Star. His coach and father, Dan Christensen.
I want to thank KAAN Radio for everything. Stu always calls me up about twice a week and take care of a little bit of business. Christensen, I was out to Quest Center here a week and a half ago watching them Hawks, and I was kind of expected a boo from all you people down here, but maybe not. You like the Hawks too? Anyway, I was out at Quest Center. I walked in a ticket. We gave him a ticket away, waited for a couple of other buddies that were out there. Dan Gable comes walking by, and of course, me being me, I said, well, I'll sit and talk to Dan a little bit. And so sat there for about, I suppose 10 minutes, visiting with Dan Gable. And he said, are you one of those Christians from Southern Iowa? He said, I seem to know a few of you guys down there. I said, well, I'd be part of the KAAN. I said I don't claim any of the other ones, but I'm part of them anyway. And got 8 other brothers, and nice thing about it, and I didn't have to do much with this one right here because it's kind of a family thing. When you have 8 brothers, and every one of those brothers, of course, wrestled throughout their lives, back from 1966 all the way up until 1984. It seems like it's a part of the family. Every Christmas we get together up in Lenox, Iowa, and we don't have to worry about wrestling matches up there because there's always one out back in the back of the house sometime or another. We can't do it in the house anymore because Dad and Mom kick us out, and we have to go out in the back grass and do a little wrestling out there. So us old brothers now, we don't do it anymore anyway. We let our young sons take care of business now. Just last Christmas we had 4 of them outside, and we were out clapping them on, hoping that they would take care of business out there in the snow and in the grass and everything else. So good time. Connor, he's my youngest son. Wrestled 145 pounds. He has 2 older brothers. Of course, I've been up at Leon, Iowa, is just across, of course, the border in north of Bethany. And I've been up there for 24, 25 years, it seems like. And he's my youngest, and my other 2 sons, of course, went on to college and wrestled. And Connor, he kind of, it's kind of nice, you know, you've been around long enough where you don't have to worry about practices and things like that, because he was captain of my team, been captain of my team for 2 years. Being the youngest, of course, he felt a lot of pressure. Of course, this year he went up to the state wrestling tournament. Stu was talking about his first round match. He met the number 5 ranked kid in the state out of Nashville Plainfield, and was down 15-5. It was a pretty ugly match, as a matter of fact, because he hadn't been on his back all year long, and ended up on his back about 3 times in the match. And got to the 3rd period, of course, and things kind of changed. He went neutral, a little headlock, and all of a sudden he's jumping for joy because he just won a match by a fall, and he moved to the 2nd round. And me too, I was jumping for joy as well, because it was kind of a big deal. So hadn't had that before, but ended up 7th place. He led the team in all of his categories this year, and me.